G'day guys, Nick Rusling from Johnston Grocke here with you. Welcome to 2019. Can't believe we're saying that, it's time's flown by. Hope everyone had some great time off with family and friends. Really got to enjoy a bit of a break. I know we all did here at Johnston Grocke, but we're back ready for a big year and open for business. In the last month or two, we've really covered off on different strategies of property investment. We've talked about buy and hold, we've talked about development, we've talked about renovate and flip, and the last one I really wanted to dive into today is adding value. Now, what is adding value, I suppose? I mean, with all those strategies we look to add value, but I suppose when I talk to people about what is adding value, everyone immediately thinks of the renovate strategy. So, knocking out walls or adding on rooms, those sort of things. What we want to touch on here today, I suppose, is how you can add value to your property without really spending a lot of money or putting in a lot of work. Now, look, there's several ways we can do it. I just want to touch on a couple that I've seen work for our clients here. Now, this does obviously also work for properties that you currently own, whether it be whether it be owner occupied or investment, or if you're looking to purchase a new property, if you see an area that you think this strategy might work with. First thing to really understand with your property or the one you're looking to purchase is what your council zones permit and what they don't. Now look, it's not as simple as just buying a big corner block, splitting it into two, selling them off and making money out of that. That's not quite how it works. Different councils have different zones, different rules, regulations around, one, how many blocks you can subdivide into, two, what you can actually build on those blocks. So make sure you have a chat to your council or the council of where you're looking to purchase. We can help out with that and give you some of our feedback on what we've seen in those areas. And make sure you also chat to them about maybe future things that are coming online, so zones that might be permitted in 2-3 years time, because that's where you can really sort of make some gains in the future. Now, following on from that, the reason I wanted to really emphasise understanding your zone is one of the ways that you can add value to your property at a pretty sort of small expense is development approval. Now, what is a development approval? What it is really is having approval to subdivide the property, whether it be into 1, 2, 3, 4, those sort of things. Now, these approvals can take a considerable amount of time to get through council. So if you can actually do it up front, have that DA in place on your house when it goes to sale, it means it's much more appealing to a developer, purchaser, someone that wants to build on it, because it means then they don't have to have those holding costs of waiting for that DA to come through. It means it's there, ready to go. You've done all the hard work up front, therefore they can walk in, build straight away and move on. The next step from that DA, I suppose, as well, is that you can also get the construction approval in place. So if you can sell your property as is with the development, so subdivision approval in place, also the building approval in place, it means someone can walk in and fund it and literally start straight away. So both of these things really help, and I suppose, as I said, developers, their biggest cost is holding costs, so the amount of time they have the property before they can sell it. With this, you're minimising that time, making the property more appealing. Now, I did recently read an article on a developer who wanted to look into this a bit more and sort of compare the stats on it. And he looked over a 12-month period at a few suburbs sort of around each other, and this was in Adelaide. It was actually around us, around the Parkside area, where there were 11 properties with similar development potential sold. Of those 11 properties, only one had a development approval in place. Now, that property sold for $42,000 more than the average of those 11 properties. Now, that's not to say that every single time you do this it's going to work that way, but it is an indication that if the right purchaser comes along, there is a real option to maybe make some money there. Now look, the next one that I wanted to sort of cover off on is a bit more simple. It's not so much based around development or anything like that. It's more about your house and how you can add value to it up front, and it comes down to appearance. Now, appearance is everything. Something as simple as a coat of paint on the outside of your house. It sounds really basic, I know, and it sounds a bit silly, but it's something you can do yourself, something that's not expensive, and it can really change that street appeal. I know that when people sort of, go around, if you turn up to a house inspection, most people make their decision before they've even walked in the house. They get out the car, they look at it, and they make a call on whether or not they like it. So presentation is everything. Coming on from that, something that we've really seen sort of, I suppose, go pretty big in the last 5 years. I mean, it's been around longer than that, but it's really started to be utilised in the last 5 years, is staging your home. So professionals actually come in, they will move around your furniture, maybe change paintings on the wall, put in some more stylish modern furniture, and effectively stage your house ready for sale. Now what that does is it means that it gives buyers the opportunity when they walk in to see the potential of the space. So you might not necessarily have your house set up in the way that appeals to everyone, so this professional will come in, let you know what things need to be changed and actually set it up, and we're seeing some great results from both, a paint job and staging the house. So really key things to keep in the back of your mind, and understand what benefits they can give you. Look, there are other ways. These are the key ones that we've seen work for our clients. If you've got any questions about development, obviously development, there's a lot involved in terms of those approvals I was talking about. If you've got any questions about that, we've got some people we can put you in touch with who can talk you through the process, really work out what the costs are associated, are we going to make those gains back, and equally the staging side as well, we've got people that can help out with that. So any questions whatsoever, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us, and let's look forward to a big year ahead. Cheers.